Hello everybody. So today I'm going to explain to you how to purchase your access code, maybe a little bit on how to purchase your textbook as well. But the main concern that I have here is how to purchase your access code for this course. And remember, you do need to use the access code. If you haven't checked in the information folder on your Blackboard, it explains to you, there's like a FAQ section regarding some questions about the purchasing of the textbook and the access code, and it will explain to you a little bit more in detail why you need it. But I will go over a little bit about that right now. But the main thing here is I'm concerned with is making sure that you purchase your access code, and once you purchase it, how do you redeem it? In other words, what do you do with it once you have it? Okay, and why you need it. All right. Okay, so we're going to start off. One of the things that's going to happen is depending on how you purchase the access code, you may need to go to, well, you're going to have to go to the publisher's website. So this is what the publisher website is going to look like. It is the Evolve publisher. That is the publisher for the textbook. And so I'm going to show you how to go ahead and do this. So I'm going to share my screen so I can tell you how you're going to do this. Okay. Okay. So one of the things that you're going to have to do first is obviously purchase the textbook. And the reason why I'm here at the EPCC website, this is Resources and Services website. Go down to where it says Bookstore. And in here, this is one of the ways that you can purchase the textbook, and I do have it posted there in your information folder. What you're going to do is you're going to do a search now. And I believe I'm going to pick the Valle Verde campus bookstore because I don't know if all of the other bookstores are showing or are opened rather. Okay, so fall 2023 or whatever term you're going to be in the course, you're going to click on HPRS because that's what we're under. HPRS. Course number is 1206. And actually just select any section. It doesn't really matter. And I don't know why it's not letting me go in. Hold on. It's like stuck. Okay. Why is it not letting me go? It is... For some reason, I think it was stuck. Okay, let me try again. Okay, it should do it now, because now I think there's Valle Verde, fall, HPRS 1206, 1206, select, okay, retrieve materials. I couldn't, somehow it was stuck. Okay. All right, awesome. So basically here it's telling you this is the picture of the book, Exploring Medical Language. It says with access because it is a new print. So it's a hard copy, okay, paperback. It's going to be $107.59. You're going to add to the cart and it will have the access code with it. So if you purchase a brand new textbook from the EPCC bookstore, it will already have the access code in there inside the inside cover of the textbook. Okay, so right now there's no way to get an ebook from the EPCC bookstore, so don't ask for it. Right now at this moment it says that it is only in print. It's a hard copy. Okay. If you want to purchase the textbook from some other website, you can do it through Amazon, or I don't know what other bookstore websites there are out there that you can get it from. But if you as long as you purchase a new textbook, then the access code will be inside the inside cover. You just have to scratch off the little silvery thing. Scratch it off, just be careful, make sure that you don't tear it so that you can see the access code, and then I'll let you know how to redeem it in a little bit. Okay. If you purchase a used textbook or an ebook from somewhere else that is not the publisher, then you may not be able to get the access code with it. You will have to purchase the access code separately from the publisher website, and I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. Okay, so how do you purchase the textbook? You can go to the EPCC bookstore like I showed you right now. You can go to Amazon, or you can go to the publisher website directly, which I'm going to show you also, or anywhere else. If it is a new hard copy, okay, paperback, printed textbook, then you will have the access code with it because it is inside the inside cover of the hard copy new textbook. Okay? If you buy a used textbook, it doesn't matter where you get it from. If you get a used textbook, you will not have the access code. If you buy an ebook outside of the publisher's website, you may not be guaranteed the access code. So more than likely you won't have it. Okay? You'll have the textbook as an ebook, right, through the computer, but you will not have the access code. Okay? All right, so let's be clear on that. Do you need both? Yes. Your assignments will come both from the textbook and the access code information. So if you only have an ebook without the access code, you won't be able to do half of your work. If you only have the access code, which is much cheaper to purchase, right? But you don't purchase the textbook either as a hard copy or an ebook, it doesn't matter. If you don't have the textbook, then that's the other half of your work. So you need both. Okay, you need the textbook and you need the access code. All right, so this is the way to go if you want to purchase it as a hard copy from the EPCC bookstore. But you have to do it quickly because they run out, and if they run out, you're going to have to wait for them to get you one. Okay, they have to reorder, and then you might get it late. Anytime that you purchase a hard copy printed textbook from anywhere, even if it's not from EPCC, if you buy it from somewhere else, they're going to have to send it to you, especially if you buy it from Amazon or something like that. They're going to have to mail it to you. So you will have a few days without a textbook and without the access code because the access code comes in the printed copy. So just be aware of that. Okay? If you purchase the ebook outside of the publisher's website, then you have the book, you have the textbook, but you won't have part of your assignments available to you until you purchase the access code. Okay, so it depends on how quickly you can get it that you can start doing your work right away. So just keep that in mind. Okay. All right. So the next one is I'm going to show you is how to get into the Evolve, which is the Evolve publisher website. This is the evolve.elsevier.com student view. My view looks different, but this is your view. Okay. When you go into this website, and I have a link on it in the Blackboard course information section, look for it. It's under the how to purchase a textbook. Okay. So what you're going to do first is you're going to have to create an account, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to redeem your access code once you purchase it. So you need to create an account, click on sign in, go to create account, and you're going to put student, and you're going to do blah, blah, blah. Okay, so all of this stuff, I'm not a robot, submit, and then you just follow the prompt, create your username, password, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so once you do that, you go back and you're going to sign in. Okay, I'm not going to sign in because it'll show me my faculty view, and I don't want to show you that part. Okay, once you sign in, then what you're going to do is you're going to come back to this view, and you're going to click on here where it says search below to find access to Elsevier products. You're going to call this what, essentials, I think it's called, of medical terminology. And it's going to give you a whole bunch of different stuff. Okay, so the one that we're looking for is this one, this colored book. Okay, so let me say exploring medical language. Let me go back and put the right title of the book so that way it won't be confusing. So exploring medical language, that's actually the book that we're looking for. Okay, so now you have a whole bunch of different links here. The one that I want you to look at is, if you're going to purchase the textbook, there's the paperback. It is now $85.35 at this moment of the recording. If you're looking at it in a future reference, it may not be this price anymore, but this is the price as of today, August 17, 2023. Okay. So the paperback, what you're going to do is you're going to click on this exploring medical language paperback, and then you can add to cart. And you notice that it says I want to purchase access, okay, for $85.35. Remember, this is a paperback, printed, hard copy, right? They're going to mail it to you. It already has the access code in here, so you don't have to purchase an extra access code. Once you receive the hard copy through the mail, you can look inside the inside cover, and you scratch off that little silvery section on the bottom. I think it's like a bottom right-hand corner of the inside cover. And then you can go back to where I'm going to tell you how to redeem the access code. And that's all you're going to do. You're going to purchase the hard copy. This is brand new printed copy. Proceed to checkout and do all that stuff to be able to pay, if you want a hard copy. Okay, let's go back. In Montoya. If you want to purchase the ebook, then what you're going to do is you're going to click on another section, and this is the ebook on VitalSource. This one is cheaper. It's $73.14. So you click on this. Oh, sorry, this one. Okay. Let's see. This is ebook. Okay. Register. All right. So I'm going to remove this one because I don't want that one. Okay. So you notice that you want to purchase the whole thing. It's $73.14. It will come with an access code. Actually, what happens is that once you receive the ebook and you can go in through VitalSource and you can look at the ebook, there's going to be like a little pop-up that shows you have access to it comes with an access code or something like that, and then you're going to come back into I believe it will be under My Evolve, and then you'll see the resource link there. And I'll show you what it looks like in a little bit. Okay, so you can find the ebook. Remember, an ebook means that it's not a hard copy. You're going to have access to it really quickly, and you're going to have the resources that come with the access code as well. So you can do it this way. Okay. You don't have to wait. This will be almost automatic that you're going to be able to see the ebook. Okay. And when I mean ebook, it means textbook. It's just on the computer. Okay. All right. So you can do it that way. All right. Notice that it is cheaper. The hard copy is cheaper than an EPCC. And it's also cheaper through the ebook. Okay. All right, it's not always like that, but a lot of the times it is. Now, the one that I do not want you to look at is online course. No, 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 no. Do not look at this. This is not what you're going to click on. Okay, do not click on the online course. Do not click on the adaptive quizzing next generation. No, this is not what that is. Okay, we do not want the online course. We do not want the next generation thing here with the chameleon, nothing. Okay, don't click on those, because if you do, you are going to waste money and they will not redeem you. And you will probably still won't have access to the ebook or the access code. Okay, so do not do this. All right, so now let's say you do have your paperback and you purchased it new from EPCC, or you purchased it new through the website. Okay, so you scratch off that little silvery box on the inside cover, and now you have the access code, but you don't know how to redeem it. Okay, what do you do with it? So what you're going to do is you're going to go back into this section like I showed you. Okay, where you go into the catalog, you put down Exploring Medical Language, and you're going to scroll down to where it says Resources. The resource section is the one, this is the access code, resources. So the one that's $34.99. You're going to click on here and you're going to register. Now, notice that if you bought a used book or you're renting the textbook from outside of the publisher's website, okay, that means that you have to purchase the access code and it will cost you $34.99. If you purchased a paperback book and it's brand new from EPCC or from the publisher's website or from anywhere else, but it's brand new, this is the key thing, it has to be brand new, then you already have the access code and you just need to redeem it or register it, however you want to call it. And here it's free with purchase of new corresponding textbook. So that means that you already have the access code if you have already purchased the textbook in print from somewhere else or from the publisher. Okay, so you're going to click on register. Okay, let me remove this one because that's not what I want. Okay, so this is the one that you are looking at right now. So if you want to purchase the access code separately because you're renting the textbook somewhere else, or you have a used book and you cannot use the access code anymore because somebody already used it, so you need to purchase a brand new access code. This is the one that you're going to click on. It's going to cost you $34.99. You're going to proceed to checkout, blah, blah, blah. If you have the access code, okay, again, brand new textbook, scratch off the little silver thing, this little silver box in the lower right hand corner inside the inside cover of the textbook, and you're going to type in the access code, you're going to apply, and then this is going to go free. It's going to change from $34.99 to 0, and then you're going to proceed to check out so that you can go through the whole process. Okay? All right, so once you go through the whole process, you're going to go into My Evolve. Obviously, I'm going to click, let's see, I'm going to sign in. Okay, so this looks like a faculty one, but yours is going to look something like this. You're going to click on the link, it'll say resources. So your My Evolve, once you sign in to your account, you should already be signed in anyway. But if you haven't signed in, you're going to sign in to the Evolve with your new account that you had already created that I already showed you how to do. You're going to click on My Evolve. You're going to have a list of the resources you bought. If you have the ebook, it will be in here somewhere. It'll say My Ebook, and it's going to send you directly to the vital source. Okay. If you only purchase the access code, or you already purchased and you plugged in the access code like I showed you, then this is what you're going to look at. And you're going to click on here. And you're going to see student resources. Click on it. And I want you to look at where it says practice student resources. And this is going to pop up. Now, it might not show up because you have to allow for pop-ups. So somewhere up here on the top, it's going to come up and it says, please allow for pop-ups. You allow for pop-ups, you click on yes, and then this thing, you might have to click on it again on that link, and then it'll show up. And this is what you're going to see. Okay, you're going to see activities. These are little stuff that you can play with on your own. I do have lectures on each of the chapters recorded, and you will have access to it, and you will have to go through it because there is a password that I want you to look for and that you need to post in order to gain access to the quiz. Okay? So you need to make sure that you look at the chapter lecture. And the chapter lecture, sometimes I use these resources that you already have access to on your own, but I'll show it to you so we can practice it together. Okay? These are not, and I repeat, these are not the quizzes or exercises that I have links to that you will be graded on. So don't confuse them. This is not what this is. This is just for practice on your own. So if you give me a screenshot of this, when I ask you to submit a screenshot of the Evolve, you will get a 0 because this is not what I want. And I will be making another video on how to do this. So don't get confused. Okay, so I'm just showing you what resources you have access to right now because of the access code that you purchased. This is what you're going to do. And I will also, you will also be able to enter the links for the assignments that come with this access code. But these are just activities. These are not graded. Okay, this is just for your practice. You also have some games. Okay, depending on the chapter, some is like Jeopardy. Okay, you have other resources that it comes with. There's animations. In other words, there's videos that I also use in my lectures. So this is where I'm getting them from. So all of this stuff you have purchased when you get that access code and you redeem it. Okay, aside from the assignments. Okay, and I'll show you where the assignments will be and all of that kind of stuff. But basically, that's what's going to happen. Okay. So make sure that you purchase your textbook immediately. if you're not purchasing a hard copy and you're purchasing an ebook, then you're going to have to go into the Evolve website to be able to purchase the ebook first, if that's what you want. And then from purchasing the ebook through the website, you can go ahead and have the access code like I showed you. Or if you're going to purchase or rent the textbook somewhere else, then you're going to have to go into the publisher website and purchase the access code separately. If you already have the purchase hard copy, remember you already have the access code. I already showed you how to redeem it, register your access code, and be able to have access to those student resources. Remember, you do need to enter the Evolve account, Evolve website, sorry, to create an Evolve account so that you can be able to enter those links that are on the Blackboard so that you can do your assignments. If you have any questions, please go ahead and use the messages inside your Blackboard course and ask me those questions if you have any other concerns on where to get the textbook and the access code. Okay, so again, do this as quickly as possible so that you don't fall behind with your work. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.